Emergencies such as the threat of a hurricane. It means building modern new stores where Time Saver can be convenient to the most people. It means keeping our stores clean and well stocked with plenty of the products you want most. It means hard work and extra hours learning the best ways to serve you. But more than anything, it means being a good neighbor, both on the job and at home. Yes, we're proud of our Time Saver people for the good job they do and for their contribution to the good life in our community.
Good evening, I'm Eric Paulson.
And I'm Lee Sinclair. Welcome to PM Magazine.
Lee, we're at the Port of New Orleans tonight, which is this city's largest industry.
It certainly is, and you can tell by how it sounds back there.
It is busy.
Oh, it certainly is. We've got a great show lined up for you tonight. First, we're going to meet a Louisiana couple who have lived all of their married lives in a marsh south of West Wego. They've supported themselves from the wetlands of their area, and they prefer a simpler way of life.
Then we'll talk to a survivor of the sinking of the Titanic. We'll relive the terrifying night he experienced aboard the luxurious vessel that was nicknamed the Millionaire Special.
And in our department, Chef Tell shows us how to prepare Dover sole. It may cost a few pennies more, but it's worth it. Dr. Jim Wasco has a body quiz on acne, and Lisa Trapani tells us about multiphasic health screening, a new idea in preventative medicine that's done right here in New Orleans. First, though, Eric, let's go and visit Yankee Abadie and his wife.
Andrew Abadie was the name he was born with almost 80 years ago, but his friends call him Yankee. They also call him one of the last truly great pioneers. In his prime, he wrestled alligators and was known as one of the best trappers and fishermen in southern Louisiana. He's since given up alligator wrestling, but he still traps and fishes to help support himself and his wife, Georgie, the young bride he brought with him from uptown New Orleans to Bayou Signette in 1923. Over the past 57 years, their life has been a story of staunch independence and enduring love.
Yankee, how did a country boy like you get hooked up with a city slicker like Georgie?
Well, I thought I had three of them, three sisters. She was the oldest, you know, and she was around my age, and I wasn't sure yet for either one of them, you know what I mean? To get around there, so when it come down to a showdown, well, that's the one I wanted, you know?
Mm-hmm. So did you get married soon after that?
Well, no, I thought, no, about 2 years before I married her, you know what I mean? I knew, but we didn't get warmed up until about the last couple of months, you know? I'll tell you, if she could get around right now, like she did when she was in about her 30s, 35, 25, make you all look sick. 'Cause she could get on top of them trees, climb them trees, and go up and run them down.
So what does Georgia do out here to pass her time?
She come on the lines with me plenty of time. Run my lines, my fishing lines. She was coming with me. We caught fish already, weighed 50 pounds, her and I.
Really?
Huh?
Is that a fishtail?
No, that's a fish. She doesn't swing there. She can call. One thing about her, she ain't gonna lie for me. You know, she wouldn't lie for me for nothing.
After being married to Yankee for 57 years, do you still love him?
Oh, sure. We have our arguments and all, but it's fun making up.
When I go too old to dream, I'll have you to remember. When I go too old to dream, your love would live in my heart.
I'm catching a seaweed.
Oh, you catching seaweed?
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't got no catch no fish, you ain't got no bait on your line.
Yeah, that's true.
Put a lily on there, you'll catch an alligator.
There are alligators here?
Oh yeah, they got alligators all around here. I used to catch those for a living, mostly. We used to skin them. And a 7-footer, you'd get $1.25 for it, for the hide.
After killing an alligator, all you get is $1.25?
Yeah, that's them times. That's what I'm telling you, them times. Now there was $10 a foot last year.
I wouldn't skin one for $1,000.
Well, in them times, you don't know what you'd do.
Since those hard times, he stuck to fishing in the summer and trapping nutria and muskrats in the winter. When the weather is bad, the pelts get hung to dry in Georgie's sewing room on these ceiling hooks. If you've noticed, Georgie has a treadle sewing machine, but she could have an electric one if she wanted it. Their house has had electricity for the past 6 years, a luxury that finally brought with it a Ringer washing machine and a CB radio that lets her talk to her 3 children every night.
Break 12, Swamp Angel standing by. Break 12, KER 375, Swamp Angel trying. And no contact.
Do you plan to ever move into the city or move away from here?
Well, I'll tell you. As long as I got my health and I can handle my leg, get in that boat backwards and forwards, this is where I'm going to be, right here. I think in town, it's safer out here than in town, because in town, if they think you got $1, they're going to come pull it out of you.
Yankee's impression of city life comes from his short trips to New Orleans. Although Georgie has traveled a little in the southern states, Yankee has been content to stay at home and travel in his boat.
No, I never did ride a train. The only thing I rode a streetcar. And most every time I rode one, I got sick. I heaved up through the window a couple of times.
You don't have to give the details.
No, what? Damn it, I might sort of tell them what I know to happen. I stood that up there when they stop, you know, go, oh boy, I'm gonna raise that glass window and there she go.
Both of them say they're happiest back at home on the bayou. Yankee and Georgie, 57 years of marriage, 57 years of independence and love.
Now, wait. You gotta sit down. You gotta say grace. Oh, Lord, we thank you for our daily food. Amen. Now, here's your bread. Here's your crab.
How would you like a card that sends you money every month?
Savings Plus.
How would you like a card that pays you not to charge things?
Savings Plus.
Imagine knowing that even when you spend every bit of your paycheck, part of it ends up back in your savings account.
Savings Plus.
Wouldn't you like it if every time you paid cash, you got a cash rebate? Get a Savings Plus cash card at Security Homestead. This inflation-fighting card isn't credit, it's cash.
There was something special about the corner candy store. Old-fashioned candy store candy, made with fresh, natural ingredients. Even today, Brock's selects many natural ingredients like butter, milk, pure, real chocolate, sweet California raisins, plump Michigan cherries. The Brock stripes tell you it's like old-fashioned candy store candy.
Double-dip peanuts.
By the bag or box, Brock's, the candy store candy.
If you're like me, you want engine protection up front. That's why you need Texaco's Haviland Supreme Motor Oil. Trooper-tested protection up front, backed by unbeaten mileage. That's Texaco's Haviland Supreme.
And now a special car maintenance offer. Free, a Major League-style baseball cap with your favorite team's name on it from your Texaco retailer. Get this $9 value free with a Haviland motor oil change, oil filter, and lube job at your participating Texaco retailer.
Tonight in our department, Chef Tell has a very special dinner treat for us, Dover sole. In our South department, Dr. Jim Wasco is back with another one of his body quizzes. This one is on a common problem for teenagers, acne. And in our Discovery Department, Lisa Trapani looks at a new idea in preventative medicine called multiphasic health screening, and it's done right here in New Orleans.
Hi, this evening I would like to talk about the Dover sole, and I just fillet one, okay? Now, look at this. This is a fillet of Dover sole. Very simple, very easy. The way a Dover sole comes in this country is always frozen, and a Dover sole looks brown or black on the top and white on the bottom. And a Dover sole is born, swims like this. After 3 days, it decides to be a Dover sole, and that's not a joke. It falls over.